The oceans cover nearly 71% of Earth's surface. Although the oceans dominate our planet, humans have explored only a tiny fraction of them. More people have visited the moon than the deepest parts of the ocean. In the ocean, sunlight creates shimmering patterns as waves move overhead. Schools of colorful tropical fish swim around vibrant coral reefs. Sea turtles glide gracefully, dolphins leap through crystal clear water, manta rays soar like underwater birds, and tiny reef fish hide among branching corals. This region is called the sunlight zone, extending to about 200 meters. This is where most marine life thrives because sunlight allows microscopic phytoplankton to perform photosynthesis. These tiny organisms produce nearly half of the oxygen we breathe, making the oceans one of Earth's greatest life support systems. If we slowly descend deeper, the brilliant blue water gradually darkens. Coral reefs disappear, replaced by open ocean. Larger fish such as tuna and sharks patrol the water. Jellyfish drift silently while squid propel themselves through the darkness. Sunlight becomes faint and mysterious. The twilight zone is between 200 and 1,000 meters in ocean water. Very little sunlight reaches this depth, making photosynthesis impossible. Animals living here have enormous eyes to capture the remaining light, while many migrate upward at night to feed before returning to the darkness during the day. If we moor deep in ocean water, complete darkness surrounds everywhere. Suddenly, glowing blue, green, and purple lights appear everywhere. Bioluminescent jellyfish pulse rhythmically. Anglerfish display glowing lures to attract prey. Lanternfish illuminate their bodies. Tiny shrimp sparkle like underwater stars. Marine snow tiny particles of organic matter falls continuously through the black water. This is the midnight zone, beginning around 1,000 meters. No sunlight reaches this region. Every creature has evolved extraordinary adaptations for survival. Some produce their own light, while others possess enormous mouths and expandable stomachs because food is extremely scarce. Continue descending toward 4,000 meters. The immense pressure becomes a central theme. The water pressure increasing with depth until it exceeds 400 times the atmospheric pressure at sea level. If an ordinary submarine or human were suddenly exposed to these conditions, they would be instantly crushed. The ocean floor, vast underwater plains stretch beyond the horizon. Strange sea cucumbers crawl slowly across the sediment. Transparent sea spiders walk delicately across the seabed. Giant isopods resembling enormous pill bugs search for food. Sea stars and brittle stars cover rocky surfaces. Despite the darkness and crushing pressure, life flourishes here in unexpected ways. The underwater mountain ranges larger than many found on land. Massive volcanic ridges stretch for thousands of kilometers. Lava slowly emerges through cracks in Earth's crust, creating new ocean floor. On the spectacular hydrothermal vents, where superheated mineral-rich water erupts from black chimney-like structures reaching temperatures above 350 degrees Celsius (662 degrees Fahrenheit). Although the water is extremely hot, immense pressure prevents it from boiling. Surrounding these vents are giant tube worms, blind shrimp, white crabs, mussels, and bacteria that survive without sunlight. Instead of photosynthesis, these organisms rely on chemosynthesis, converting chemicals from the vents into energy. These ecosystems completely changed scientists' understanding of life on Earth and even suggest how life might exist on icy moons like Europa or Enceladus. On the great ocean trenches in deeper water, massive underwater cliffs descend into darkness. The environment becomes quieter and more mysterious. A state-of-the-art deep-sea research submarine equipped with powerful lights enters the frame. This is world-famous the Mariana Trench, the deepest known place in Earth's oceans, located in the western Pacific Ocean. The trench stretches for over 2,500 kilometers and reaches approximately 10,935 meters, 35,876 feet, at its deepest point, known as Challenger Deep. If the submarine slowly descends while its lights illuminate steep rock walls and drifting marine snow, tiny amphipods, deep-sea fish, and unusual microorganisms appear despite the unimaginable pressure. The pressure here exceeds 1,000 times the atmospheric pressure at sea level, equivalent to the weight of dozens of jumbo jets pressing on a single human body. Comparison between the Mariana Trench and famous landmarks. Mount Everest is lowered into the trench, revealing that its summit would still remain more than 2 kilometers beneath the ocean's surface. If we compare additionally with the Burj Khalifa, Empire State Building, and Eiffel Tower, we can understand the incredible scale of depth or heights. To understand humanity's exploration of the deep ocean, we require study historic and modern deep-sea vehicles carefully. Only a small number of expeditions have ever reached Challenger Deep because of the enormous engineering challenges. Despite centuries of exploration, scientists estimate that more than 80% of the ocean remains unexplored, unmapped, or unseen. Thousands of marine species are believed to await discovery, and every expedition uncovers strange new organisms unlike anything previously known. The importance of oceans for humanity. Whales migrating across vast distances, giant schools of fish feeding together, polar oceans regulating global temperatures, and ocean currents transporting heat around the planet. The oceans influence weather, climate, rainfall, food supplies, transportation, and the oxygen humans breathe. Transition to modern environmental challenges. There are some challenges such as plastic pollution, ghost fishing nets, coral bleaching, warming oceans, and melting polar ice. NGOs, governments, scientists working for conservation ocean environment via marine protected areas, coral restoration, scientific research, and cleaning beaches. Protecting the oceans protects all life on Earth. If we begins rising rapidly from the Mariana Trench through every ocean zone, we will see darkness gradually transform into blue water before finally breaking through the shimmering ocean surface. Our oceans are Earth's greatest frontier. They regulate our climate, sustain countless species, produce much of the oxygen we breathe, and still hide mysteries beyond imagination. Every journey into the deep reminds us that although we know our planet better than ever before, its greatest secrets still lie beneath the waves.